Hey, what's up? My name is Caleb Williams, and welcome back to the Poker Odyssey. In this week's episode, we take a mini road trip. We're going to Austin. Let me take you to my favorite poker place there. We're right outside the lodge, on the 1-2 list, on the 1-3 list, ready to get into action. Let go. Our name is called for 1-2, so we go to the cage to get chips. We head to our table and immediately get called to the match the stack 1-3 game. Yes, please. We top up to 1K and take our new seat. We're sat for hours before we see a playable hand. I swear I don't only play premiums, even though this episode will make it seem like I do. We get kings on the button and an early position player makes it 15. We make it 60, but with us not playing a hand for so long, he snap folds. The hands start flowing as we see aces in the big blind. Early position makes it 39, two players call, and we make it 175. Again, our tight image gets folds, and a guy even said he had kings. We've had aces, we've had kings. Why not ace king of clubs in this $6 straddle pot? We make it 25 from early position over a limp, but a middle position player min clicks to 50. We are 1K effective, so I should definitely be 4-betting this, but with my tight image, I just call. The flop is 5-6-2 clubs, and we set up the check raise. The middle position player doesn't oblige and checks back. We lead the turn 3 of spades for 75, and he calls. The river is a beautiful jack of clubs, and we bet 150. He calls, and we win. Scoop! In a few of these hands, the camera angle is trash, so bear with me. I promise we have jacks plus 2 and a $7 straddle pot. We open a 35 over 2 limps. A middle position player flats and the other 2 players fold. Heads up to the flop of deuce 5-9 rainbow. We see bet 45 and he calls rather quickly. The turn is another 9 and we check. He bet 75 and we call.
Hey, you check for a reason. He has all the 9s and his player type betting is probably indicative of that. Good check on that 3 of spades. Bruh. Really? He's all in for 145 right now. You know he has a 9. What are you calling for? Fish.
Welcome to this hand. So far, we've opened aces to 10 from early position, and the late position player has 3 betters to 28. We're pretty deep, so we 4-bet to 75. He calls, and we see a flop of ace-jack 4 rainbow. We're all over this board and decide to check. We can probably bet super small here and get calls from quite a bit of hands. He checks back and the turn 6 of spade goes check check too. We should almost certainly bet here to start building a pot, but we have a bit of fancy play syndrome right now. I try to make up for this missed value and bomb the river 4 clubs for $200. Obviously he snap folds. In the next hand, we have ace 10 offsuit plus 1. There's a $7 straddle on, and we make it 20. 2 players call, and we see a dusty flop of queen 9-8 rainbow. Everyone checks, and when I turn it straight, I bet 55. No one else has a 10, so we take it down. Back to another bad camera angle, and we have ace king of diamonds in the hijack. A middle position player opens to 15, and we 3-bet to 45. The board is 9-6-4-2 diamonds, and we bet 35 when check 2. He punishes us with a check raise to 85, but we have to see at least one more card. The turn 7 of spades isn't what we're looking for, so we fold when he continues for 100. Sorry to interrupt, but I have some news. If you haven't noticed my graphics, they are the product of Faded Spade, and I'm happy to officially announce our partnership. I first played with Faded Spades cards at this very hot card house. I knew immediately that they were the leader in poker playing cards. Faded Spade is the official playing card of the World Poker Tour and Poker Go. Check out the link in the description below and use code TPO when purchasing playing cards to save 15% on your order. Now, back to these hands. Bruh, do you even vlog? What hand is this? I guess it's Queen Jack of Clubs since we have notes for it. We open the 15 in early position over a limp and get 6 calls. Yay! At least the flop is Jack high with the club. Under the gun leads for 15 and we misclick to 100. We definitely only meant to throw 3 green chips in, but everything else is screwed in this hand, so why not bet sizing? He calls and the turn 5 goes check check. The same thing happened on the river 9, so I'm guessing he either flopped or turned a pair, but not one as good as ours, so we win. So, there I was, aces in a $10 straddle pot, with 3 limps in front of me. I make it 75 and 4 players call. The flop is Jack 10 brick 2 clubs, and the limper leads into me for 150. This is a super dynamic board, so I figured he can do this with a lot of draws and top pairs that are trying to protect. I also want to deny the equity of the players to act behind me. Because of this, I decided on a jam. The players behind fold, but I get snapped off by the limp leader. I immediately think he has Jack 10, but he has even better in pocket 10s. I was a bit surprised to see this player limp 10s, but we see a big one going in the wrong direction. Will aces go better a few hands later? There's a $10 straddle on, and I open at 30 under the gun. We go 3 ways to a flop of queen 10, 10, 2 spades, and I honestly have no idea what to do with this texture, so I just check. On the turn queen of diamonds, my decision is easy when a player bets 30. The next hand we see is kings in the small blind. There are 3 limps to me, and we make it 20. All the limpers call, and we see a flop of ace jack deuce, 2 diamonds. We see bet 35 and take it down. The premiums just keep coming as we look down at ace king offsuit in the cutoff. Again, 3 players limp, but this time I make it 25. Only 1 limper calls and we go heads up to the flop of 8-5-3 all spades. I see bet 25 having the king of spades and he folds. 10s are one of those cusp hands, but this time all the decisions are easy. We have them in the big blind, and when the low jack opens to 15, the cutoff and small blind call. We make it 75 and go 3 ways with the low jack and cutoff. The board is a relatively safe 3-3-4 rainbow, and we bet 150. They both fold, and we drag in a pot we so desperately need. The last hand of note is ace king offsuit yet again. 3 players limp, and I bump it up to 25 from the cutoff. Of course everyone calls, and we go 4 ways to 10-10-5 2 spades. The middle position player donks into us for 75 and we fold. Alright, session is finally over. Long grind. Stats will be here. Yeah, man, it didn't go how we wanted it to go this Austin trip, but I mean, we stuck it out, gunned it out after that punt with aces. I still keep on going back and forth on whether or not it was a punt, if I could have gotten away from the hand at all. I think maybe, but honestly, who knows, man? Who knows? Yeah. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment down below, and then I'll do my best to get back to y'all. Peace.